Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing tonight? Thank you all for coming over and joining Life with Tashana. Thank you very much for coming through. Um, Let me give y'all just a couple people a little time to come up in here. Let me see if I can light up my lights. Put a little light on it. Okay. Ain't much to see, but okay. Okay. I think I'll leave it right now. That's okay right there. Okay, y'all. So um tonight our conversation is going to be I don't need no man. Mhm. And one of the topics that I got this from is because there is a lot of stuff going on. For those of you all who don't know, I myself try not to pay that much attention to the news because for things that I can't do nothing about those situations myself, I try to stay away from those things, but it's still good to know some of the information. So, when you be looking around on YouTube and stuff, you run into a whole lot of stuff. And then too, my husband listens to the news all of the time, so he always talking about the stuff that's on the news, or either you hear it just walking by chance. But the ongoing thing that I've been hearing about over and over again is about the immigration problems and stuff, that they have. And not well, yes, it's absolutely a problem. So but are you paying attention to what's happening in your area where you live at? It's easy to say that I heard about it on the news. I heard about it on the news, but am I hearing it right where I live at? See, when you go to hearing about it right in the areas that you in, it start to let you think about things. So I was thinking about also too, when you strolling through the internet and everything, you hear a lot of different people saying a lot of different things, but you hear a lot of women saying like they don't need no man, they don't need no man to help them raise their kids, they don't need this and they don't need that. So then I came up with, since I've lived on both sides of it, um, I think I'm a little bit qualified to talk a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I can answer, some little bit of things. I can talk about some things. So, first, the first that I heard of this was in Colorado. And for those of y'all who don't know, when you get other people who are undocumented and they come into where you are, there's no way to trace them down, no any of this. So here in Florida alone, there is a gang. And shout out to Mr. Kimmy for making me pay attention to this right here. I saw her talking about it, but I had been seeing Grady Judd on the news here in Florida talking about all the different things that been happening. But when you got your own things going on in your own mind and everything, I can't take care of everybody else's stuff out there. I have to take care of my own stuff. So but listening to her live made me stop and pause and really pay attention to what's happening. Because those of you all who saying that you don't need a man, and I want to know then how things are going to happen. Because let me talk to you just a little bit about what these some of them come over here with an agenda to get a little bit. Not all of them came over here to escape one thing. Some of them came over here to pillage your village, if you understand what I mean. And some of them did come here to get have a better life, live a better life or whatever, but not all of them. The same way while we living where all of us live at, in the place that we living in, you got some good people and you got some bad people. It don't matter. So we don't even got to talk about where they coming from, but some more extreme things are being introduced. Because what happens if you got these type of people that's there, they're undocumented and everything, in which we know we've been having that issue a long time ago. But there's, when we talking about undocumented, you can't trace them down. There is no who is this person, there is no DNA, there's no this and no that. So while I'm talking about that is because there are people right here nearby where I am that are watching every move you make and every step you take. You know, I'll be throwing little things in there, whatever I be saying stuff, but you know. Um, and that's always been a problem too, but more so now. If you're gonna be without them, then if you planning on being without them, then who, all of these thoughts need to be thought of. It's like if it's only you there by yourself and nobody else, then who bringing in the income for the family? See, on the other side of that, I also lived in that you can't, you can do it, but somebody's lacking if you trying to do both things at the same time. And one thing I thought about, because I done heard a couple of girls saying that they homegirl be telling them to leave they person or whatever, or for a minor argument or something like that right there, but they happily over there with theirs on and knowing there ain't no way around a situation. You ain't gonna never have an argument. But I'm saying, who's bringing in the income? You gon' I've been on that side of it, and y'all on the scramble because I be trying not to have these notes like right here in my face, but I had so much stuff going on with talking about this today. But just thinking about this today, because you know other stuff, your real life start to tie into this stuff when you be reading over it. So I'm gonna just leave it right there, and I'm gonna look back and forth at my at my notes at will. But let's just see. Some of the questions I came up with was who was bringing in the income. Now see what I say, I done lived on the both sides of that. I done lived on the side where I was trying to do it, not try to do it by myself, but I was doing it by myself. But I had 3 jobs trying to do it by myself. And while I was working those 3 jobs, who was taking care of the kids that I already had at the moment? You know, me having a man to come home to allotted me to be able to stay home with my kids and not have to figure out some other stuff to do. Some of you may be saying, I can provide daycare or whatever. Do you the people who you hand your kids over to babysit them, do you trust them? Do you trust them to wholeheartedly to watch your kid? I mean, there's no greater babysitter than you yourself being able to be home with your kids and the person that you made them with. So if you planning on no man and you got somebody that's sitting around in your neighborhood and you don't even recognize that they watching every move you make, then how you gonna know? You ain't got time to pay attention because you trying to rush out of the house, take the kids on, go and do this and go and do that, and you ain't paying attention to who watching you. They watching who going in and out of your house, and they making assumptions that she ain't got nobody up in there that's gonna protect her. They already know it, and they not running alone. They running in groups. They running in groups of people that are watching you, recording you, your every step. And when they figure out what your routine is and who's there, and you not covered, well, you know, and some of us can be covered, but I tell you, I don't want to be uncovered in that type of way. But you know, there is places that this is happening, and if these people are able to come in and they able to take over whole apartment buildings and stuff like that, even the landlords and stuff are not able to even stop them from doing this stuff. They just taking over everything. Well, what happens when you can't call your landlord and all of that, and then they come up in your house and they get to run through your refrigerators and all of that kind of stuff and do whatever it is that they want to? And who's going to be on the inside um, to protect you? I can tell you my days, my nights, I close my eyes a lot better with having protection around me in several different ways. But I'm saying, um, I've never moved in the ways that I've moved. And I've been with my husband for 25 years. So I can remember the time that it was just us in the house. And the way just us in the house, and I'm meaning it's just all us women that were there. Thinking back, how we moved back then was we weren't paying attention to a whole lot of stuff. And it doesn't mean that we all crazy and dumb or none of that stuff, because I'm not saying that. I'm a woman every day. I'm a woman every day that I open up my eyes and look around. But the reality is that I look around and I still, no matter of all the ups and downs that I go through inside of my own marriage, I still, I could stay right there in that spot, but I still look around and say, it's better with than to be without, in my opinion. You know, if you got another way of opinion, my thing is just to come on here and ask you the questions and get you to thinking about it a little bit more than maybe you've been thinking about it lately. You know, these people are watching things like who's cutting your lawn? Who's cutting your lawn? You got somebody sitting out there watching to see who cut your lawn, how long it take your lawn to get cut. Do they see any men walking around where you are? And as soon as they don't recognize that there's no men around, there's just you and your kids there. Those are the eyes that are watching you and your kids. Now I'm not saying only a man is your only way to protect yourself, but and if you feeling like that's all you need is just you and yours, just be able to protect yourself. I ain't telling you one way or no another. All I can tell you about is what I have going on and the way I feel about it, because this, after all, this is life with Shauna over here. But you know, and the thing is, the person that you could have that coming knocking on your door and trying to be your next the next person to be your lawn service person could be the one that's watching to, you know, to see what they can and cannot do. And then you think that it's so easy for a police officer or something to come there and lift a fingerprint or something like that. It's not going to be that easy. If we saying that these are undocumented people here, there's no trace of them. There's no trace of these people. And then the thing is, go and pay attention to the news. You can't have, hey, Miss Coffee, you cannot even they can't even hold these people. They can't even hold them in jail. Not with them trying to go and do different channels and stuff and just hold on to them and keep them there. They can't even keep those people locked away. Give them a court date. How you give a person a court date that's undocumented? Now you have their fingerprints and stuff, but then where you gonna go and find them at and everything? And meanwhile, it's a group of them, and all they do is they do what they do, and then guess what? They get to go back and then they get to teach the ones that didn't get caught up in that part of it, right? That they get to teach them. Hey, don't do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And they learning the game more and more. But hopefully, if you know, if you don't got the man up in there and you don't need no man, then hopefully you got all the protection that you need. And too, sometimes those ones that come over cut your grass and want to fix the pipes and stuff in your house, they ain't coming there to just fix the pipes that's in your house. They want to fix your pipes and everything. How you think that whole thing was created back in the days? Mama's baby and daddy's maybe, because you had all the guys that was fixing all of the plumbing and stuff up under the sink and all of that stuff. He was going and fixing all kind of other pipes too, all at the same time. In all different places. And because they come into the home and they can see, oh, ain't nobody up in here, well then let me ease up in here too. And then he be easing over there and easing over there too. So all I'm just saying in a funny roundabout way to y'all is you better be on your P's and Q's, whether you with or you don't need. I'm so sorry, y'all. I was trying to mute because I had to sneeze. Oof. I don't right now they got all kinds of everything. I feel like the day I heard my sister I heard my sister do a thing today, and she was talking about how they got stuff going on there, and I'm just like right here she wail in another state, and I feel like I can feel just what she was talking about with this whole situation. But I'm just saying, those of y'all came through, you probably came through and thought you was gonna see some drama. Think I'm about to leave my husband. I still ain't about to do that. But still too, while I'm touched on that subject too, things still ain't and ain't never gonna be perfect. But it still ain't got back to where it should be or what. But it is what it is. But yeah, you've been out. But yeah, everything is just, it is what it is. I don't know what to say about it. I'm not sad. I'm not in no bad place or no nothing like that right there. But I am where I am. But I'm still saying to you, I still wouldn't want to be in a position where I be alone, especially knowing what's happening in this world. And if you think this world is not ever changing, you have to have blinders on right now, not paying attention to whatever is happening in this world. And I'm telling you, I'm looking at it and seeing it happening right here in my neck of the woods. And I don't even watch the news like that. Not at all. But those of you all who not paying attention, go and just look up what's happening in go look up in what's happening in Colorado with those people. They're living in their place one day, and then the next minute they being ran over by people that they can't do anything about. And there's so many of them that they just taking over, and these are people that they paying money to, giving them money, but we can't even I don't even want to go down the line of it. But like I said to y'all, I was over there watching Miss Akimi's on, and then hearing when you flicking through these pages throughout the day, looking at different stuff and thinking about different things and situations that's happening in your life, you start to look at this stuff and it's like, this got to be crazy for you to be saying at this moment, like, you don't need no man. If you don't need no man, then you best be ready on your P's and Q's, ready to protect you and your children. And you gonna need to be more than you and just your children. So I hope you got a plan. Some situations you tight in with your neighbors, you close knit with your neighbors, y'all look out for each other and all of that kind of stuff. See, because we have them kind of neighbors that you come out here and you sit on the side of the road or whatever, and you stay there too long, and they don't know who you is. They don't mind dialing the 911. They don't mind. So either you have to have good connections like that where you have people who look out for you, but you're gonna need to have somebody to keep extra eyes on your kids, all that kind of stuff, because some new, not really new, because nothing's new under the sun, but it's on a different level than y'all think it ever has been before. We've been talking about it for a while over here. Be able to protect yourself, be able to grow your own things, and all of that good stuff right there. What you say? Prepare yourself. um I don't know how many other ways that I can say it to you all, but I figured that I can say it in this way, because right now, even with what I'm going through in my life right now, I can still come on here and say this to somebody. uh I don't need no man. No, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna even say that right now at this point, going through the worst of the worst. Um, and this ain't even the worst. It's just a situation that I'm tired of going through over and over again. So, but I still wouldn't say I want to do this without my husband. I don't want to do this without a man, because it's these streets finna get rough out here. Finna get real rough out here. I don't know if anybody got any questions or anybody want to say anything. Over here, this chat is you don't have to be scared to type something in this chat over here. Ain't nobody gonna bite you over here. But if you come a wrong step, and you will be easily escorted out of here. But this is a this is a friendly but not real friendly like that right there, where you come over here and you can clown. So if you feel like you want to say something in the chat, you are more than welcome to say something. Or if you had something else that you talked about, when we do night talks like this and stuff right here, sometimes I have a little subject that I want to touch on, but other times I don't. And then there's other things that other people may want to talk about, but you can put it in the chat. Depends on the day. Amen to that. Because some days we be like, no, pay attention. We not talking about nothing else. We on the subject, but we have we be all over the place over here sometimes. But today, that was the thing that I thought about, seeing all of the different women, suggesting to other girls, child, you don't need your baby daddy, no nothing. Your baby daddy, the one you laid down and made a baby with, is gonna be the best thing. Not the next best thing. It is the best thing for you to be able to raise your child with the person that you had the child with. Is the best thing. The next best thing, if they got to have a stepdaddy, make sure you pick the right stepdaddy for them. Do the stepdaddy, But would I want to do it without a man? Absolutely not. I've already did it before, for some years by myself. And I wouldn't want to go back and do it, and especially not at this day in time. Period. I wouldn't want to do it. Y'all that don't watch and pay attention, even if I just caught your ear just a little old tiny bit, to go ahead and pay attention to it. Catch on to those little words and go and do your own research and see what is happening, and make sure you paying attention to what's going on in your zone. I'm on a abandoned ship. Me and my hubby out. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what is coming, but all of this stuff is running so rampant and all over the place. You don't know where we about to be at. We don't know. In the land of the lost, I'm gonna keep on praying and hoping everything turn out and work out all right. But at the rate you see it going, and the way things are happening, to see that they can do some of the things that they did, and they can't even hold them on a bond or none of that stuff. And they following behind them, watching all the activities that they doing after they done set them free and rearrest them and got to turn them loose again. There is no laws for these people right now. They may be laws out there for them, but how you gonna catch them? How if they undocumented, you don't know who they is? How you gonna get them? So I'm just saying, those of you all who ain't paying attention and not watching, if you ain't watching them, they sure watching you. Paying attention to how you move, what time you leave, and necessarily they ain't trying to put hands on you. They want the things that you own. They waiting on, they watching the times that you leave and go to work, what time you come back home, so they know, oh, I got this much time to go inside of their house and do whatever it is that I need to do before they get back there. And I know who all live there. They know all of this information and stuff about everything that you're doing by simply just sitting out there where you are and watching your everyday routine. So if you ain't paying attention, those of you who saying, because it ain't for everybody ain't saying I don't need no man. I don't want no man. Everybody ain't saying that. But for the ones that is saying they don't need no man, make sure you ready to defend where you live at. Make sure you secure. Make sure you're recording. Whatever it is. And hopefully the ones that are listening to me, I hope you never have to face those things. I hope I never have to face any of those things, but I just wanted to be known that I'm paying attention. I'm watching and seeing what's happening. And this ain't the only thing that's happening. I'm just talking about based off of what I see today and what I've been hearing the girls and stuff talk about. Because I want to know what they saying out here. What my girls, what my daughters and stuff are hearing about out here in the streets, and what they talking about now. It ain't it. But to each his own. Make your own choices and everything. I'm just the messenger. That's all. Just the messenger. Over here, a lot of the times when you all come through over here, we are out in the garden doing our thing. We are not a gardening channel, but we do believe in growing over here and being prepared for a lot of different things. We are known to always have something growing. We have fruit trees, we have chickens, we have eggs, and all of that good stuff going on. And steady trying to get more and more things to grow. And we've been able to really go and check in on the garden because we've been on grandma duty, and we've been on and when grandma duty is over with, then you got to go out there and it's already raining. It's been raining here every single day. So I really haven't been able to go out there and check on any of that things, but we always trying to grow something outside and connecting it to the places we trying to get to in our life. It's like letting your plants be a manifestation of where you're trying to go to. If you get what I mean, that's what we're about over here. Growth. Not just growing outside, but growing on the inside of us too. I'd hate to have to skip anything. Miss Coffee, you add. Be back in. I am. Okay. Before I was rudely interrupted, there you go. I meant to put that up there, right there. I, I sure, sure. But yeah, people playing around, just be able to, protect your own self. I don't know what I was saying when it first went out. I wanted to pause right there when I seen it. I hate to have to skin anything, but make sure you're able to protect you and your family. That's how it is. As far as I know, Miss Coffee, I'm in that place, you know, where they say mind your own business. I haven't been back there, so I can't even tell you. For all I know, he could be gone. I don't know. I haven't checked on it, or I haven't been to that neck of the woods in a minute. So I don't know. So, but that's what I'm doing. I'm minding my own business. That's what I'm doing. But like I said, you all, you know, I said we about growing over here, inside and outside. On the inside of us over here, and which makes us, which is they call us the high class gardeners over here. And they say, how you gonna be a high? What makes you a high class? You Miss Coffee. Listen, if the people was already doing it, they already probably be that already, because I heard they was getting ready to start back doing that, doing the uh processing meat and stuff. I heard that they was gonna do that, because you know I don't know what words to say on here, because you know everything they be calling foul on you on here. I heard that they was getting ready to start back processing meat and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be a surprise to us, and the next time y'all see Oreo, he'll be baking. I don't know. And guess what? It take time to come to terms with that. When a decision is made and I'm not the one that's having to do the work and everything, then I have to learn to step away from that and keep on moving. I'm learning that slowly but surely, you know. So I'm just like, he might be some bacon, ribs, or some chops, or you know, some of that kind of stuff. I don't, and maybe not over here at our place. So you know, um, oof, my goodness. But let me see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. But that's but anyways, I don't know what's gonna happen with them right now. The only thing that I know about right now is that we don't plan on turning them loose. No chickens, and the chickens provide in a whole different way or whatever. But whatever is to come, we gonna do whatever is best to do whatever. And then when we get rid of one thing, we'll probably introduce something else that work out better for us. You know, I don't know. Every day we learning how to do something a little bit more different, and sometimes whatever I be learning in a day, I try to come on and teach it to you all and help you all be a little bit more prepared. And sometimes I get people who come in the chat that come and help me be a little bit more prepared than I already was prepared to, you know, give me something to look forward to. But right now I'm telling you all to be able to protect yourself, because there's been a wave of people that's coming over here that's paying attention to what you got, and they want what you got, and they don't care how they get it. So and the ones I was more so speaking to is because that's who I heard talking about it today. They're saying they don't need no man for this and they don't need no man for that. I don't agree. So that's what my conversation was about today. But I just wanted to say to you that, okay, I was earlier I was saying to you all that over here we are considered the high class gardeners, which just means we keep stuff growing all the time, but we don't play around. We growing in the garden. They say, well, what qualifies you as being high class? Uh, we high class because we don't play around with no bugs, no snakes and worms, and that's in real life. We don't play with none of that. So then, Miss Shauna, how you a gardener and you ain't messing with that? You heard what I said. I grow food. I don't play around with no bugs and no worms and no snakes in real life. Shauna, do you do Mylar bag packaging? Should I do Mylar bag package? Non bag packages. What that mean, Miss? What that mean, Miss Coffee? What does that mean? Okay, I had to get myself together. Like, hold on. I want to make sure I don't come on here and show y'all no boogers. Okay, Miss Coffee's. Oh, okay then. Where you store your food in? Miss Coffee. Okay, this what I'm gonna say to you. What I'm gonna do, right? Uh, hey, Sun, Soil, and Shaka. Hello, ladies. I've trained with firearms. I'm locked, loaded, and ready. Take my okay. Yes, Sun, Soil, and Shaka. Yes, yes, yes. See, she know what I'm talking about. Make sure you able to cover you and yours. Okay, Miss Coffee, this is what I was gonna say about that, right? Once I the way I envision it is once I start to see my food and stuff start to fruit again, because I done reset and I done restarted, right? Once I start to see my food literally start to come, I think it'll push me to the next level of starting to try and store it. But I think I just need to follow the path that I'm on right now. And I definitely appreciate you for putting that out there, because and I need you to still remind that and say that every now and then, because I need to start storing in a different way than what I have been, because I'm dependent upon the deep freezer when it comes down to my garden. And that's something that I've talked about before, is that everything you get from the garden, you can't always depend on putting it in a deep freezer, because they've played games with the power. They play games with your phone and all of this stuff. I'm telling you, y'all better get into this stuff. You're gonna want to be able to contact us when you ain't got no control of how when they can shut your phone service off and all of that stuff. You better have you some walkie talkies. There are so many places that we can go through in this conversation. But Miss Coffee, I definitely got to work on trying to store things in different ways. Working on long term ways of storing things that don't got anything to do with using no refrigerator, uh no none of that stuff. um so yeah, Miss Coffee, what I'm gonna do is just the same way that I encourage you, I the same way that I encourage people to grow food and do stuff, grow your own food. And here it is, let me pause and say this too. When I say to somebody to grow your own food, I ain't telling you to go out to the store and go and buy no seeds and no none of that. I'm not asking you to do that, because if you go and buy stuff from out of the fresh vegetable section in the store, like your apples, your grapes, strawberries, mangoes, and all of that type of stuff, you already got a seed already there with you. You already got a seed there with you. Even if you don't go out and tend to it, instead of throwing it in the garbage and sending it out there to the landfills and everything, just go take the seed and throw it out there in the ground, on the ground where someplace you ain't gonna be walking around, and let it pop up. Sometimes it don't take a whole lot of work to have something growing in your house, at your house. You don't have to take a whole lot of work. But guess what? If it start to make fruit and stuff on it, you will start to become a little bit more interested in doing a little bit of gardening. I like to be a little contagious with that type of stuff. And y'all see, Miss Coffee throwing out there's some things you should have and be trying to put away and stuff to save. You know, a lot. Let me tell you something, Miss Coffee, about that dry milk. See, you know, back in the days when you go to them pantries and stuff like that, used to give you that dry milk. I haven't been to a pantry, a food pantry, in a very long time. So I don't know if they still give that dry milk uh thing. And yes, I've been to a food pantry before, long time ago, but it's been a long time, and I still ain't above going to one. But they used to put that dry milk in them things, and I remember every time I used to get it, I just used to throw it. I used to throw it away because I don't ever remember drinking that kind of milk. But I guess my grandma them say you just didn't know it was in that milk jug was washed. That milk jug was washed and more milk was made and put back in that jug. So, you know, but you all, Miss Coffee is putting a whole bunch of information into the chat and telling you all some of the things that can be picked up. And I'm definitely picking up all of the stuff that she's saying. And so I am definitely, and Miss Coffee, you gonna already hear me talking about it. So soon as I start seeing like the evidence of my stuff starting to fruit and everything like that, but some of it I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do with it because, well, yes I can. I can be able to can uh my other things and everything. But I got what you saying with like the rice and all of that the kind of stuff. Absolutely. So I'm gonna be looking into that. But y'all, this live was about preparation, point blank period, in a whole bunch of different ways, not just with your food and all that stuff. If you need propane and all of that kind of stuff, keep you some on deck. If you ain't got propane, another way you can use keep your dried wood. Better to have something like oak or something just in case you have to use it to cook your food. All of that type of stuff like that. We over here, and I know a lot is probably more women over here than it is men that listen to what I'm saying over here. If you gonna say you don't need no man, no none of that stuff, you gonna need to know all this stuff all by your own self and everything that they over here Miss Coffee and them over here putting in this chat, you gonna need all of that stuff. There you go. They giving you a whole list of stuff. Soil and Sun Soil says she grew up a military brat, and my dad would bring home large boxes of driver. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like they had that. I used to get rid of it all the time, but you know what? Right now is a different time. Well, Miss Coffee, we this one right here, we been collecting on that right there. You know, those of you all who there's some people who get insurance plans and stuff like that. Your insurance plan covers some of your insurance plans. I don't know what kind of insurance that you have. Some of your insurance plans cover full emergency kits. Look into it and see will it cover. Don't yeah, definitely that one. Don't be scared to prepare. Um yeah, Miss Coffee, you'll be thinking about being all up under the ground. But you know what? There are so many things that you can think about. But I ain't gonna say go to the extreme right now. Just start somewhere. Start somewhere to be able to do something is like if you're not acquainted with your neighbors and stuff, there's so many different things we talked about in this one live alone. The first beginning of it we always get into conversations like this to make sure like you're preparing for um what it is to come on a whole different level. Your kids need to be prepared and all. Listen, we gonna go back to sun soil things when I'm saying not only do you need to be prepared, but your kids and everybody else that's around you. They need to be able to do all of those things uh that they see. They say all locked and loaded. Let me tell you something. Me myself, I be running from I'll be locked and loaded running from a snake. I still can't figure it out now. I'm still keep on laughing about that one right there. I don't know. I'll tell you, I got that syndrome from my mama for sure. Taking off the way that I take off when it come down to a snake and like you are paralyzed or something. But when I tell you high class gardener, let one of the children or something here, honey child, they be coming out already ready on deck. I got it, mama. I got it, mama. And when the children ain't ready, it don't matter. We can be hard down there with each other. If my husband hear me scream, hey, it's a snake out here. He coming to clear it on out. So no, but me, my first thing when I think about a snake is flight, running. It's time to go. So and I got a lot of people praying for me in that situation. They don't literally see me on here running, getting out the way from a snake. Yes, ma'am. Shauna don't play when they come down no snake. It's time to go. The day in the garden is over with at that point. My kids, look, I'll break it out. Whatever it takes. They just have to understand. And for me and mine, as I learn all of this stuff, you pay it. I'm not only do we need this information that we have, we have to tell this information to our kids. You see people, you see strange stuff, people, cars and stuff sitting around. Don't just stand there and just think that's strange. No, say something to somebody. There's this weird car sitting there doing this and doing that, but honey, and I don't want to make it seem like we able to watch every single thing that our kids do, because it's impossible. But that's why you have to prepare them along with your own self of what's happening out here in these streets. And so I'll be, trying to keep them on top. So don't just prepare yourself and leave your kids behind in whatever we got going on today. Because I told you they watching everybody in your house trying to figure out what it is that you're doing. So I suggest don't be there alone. 2 adults or more. That's what I suggest. You ain't got to take my suggestion. That's just me over here talking. I'm just talking. I'm just a messenger. That's all. Something about that thrush and push. You having a violent week, Miss Coffee. Well, everything hopefully where y'all in y'all's neck of the woods and everything. And I'm telling you, the only reason I'm telling you this because I am in an area where this stuff is already showing up. So what you say, right here in good old Florida. So the first place I heard about it was over in Colorado, and now we over here knocking on Florida's front door. No, they ain't knocked on my front door, and Lord knows I don't want them to knock on my front door. But Lord knows I want to be ready when and if I need to be. But hopefully I ain't gotta. No, I'm gonna be ready. I hope it don't never come down to that, but I'm gonna be ready. Yeah. So but you all, I think if there's no more questions and we ain't got anything else that we gonna talk about tonight, I think this is the longest that I came on here without saying, oh, I think I'm getting ready to get off of here and run. I done made it past 30 minutes because I'd be like, okay, I've been on here talking long enough. Now, if I'm out in the garden, I'll come back and forth and talk to y'all all day long, but I'll be trying to, Look at so many ghost towns that need to build. Ugh. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm gonna just the people that be under the sound of my voice. You better get yourself together and make sure you keep an eye on you and yours. Is all I can say. But yeah, if there is why is Pennsylvania empty? Because I ain't looked into any of that. Why is they empty over there? It looks so many ghost towns they need to build. Yeah, a few states. Yeah, see, again, Miss Coffee, you already know. I done told y'all before is that I try not to get wow, I be trying not to get too much into like the news and stuff like that because that stuff get inside. That stuff really gets into my spirit and like it can have me up all night listening to all that kind of stuff like that. So I try not to watch too much of the news and stuff like that. Lord knows, I don't know why I just had that flash inside my head about this Oprah show that was on a long time ago. I don't even watch Oprah, but it was crazy. I ain't gonna even talk about it right now, but yeah, wow, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, but like right now, oh yeah, then okay, probably people, a lot of people getting sick and stuff over there in those places. I'm with you. I would be falling down the rabbit hole too. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the people over there in those places like that probably was getting sick and stuff when they left it. You say, "I'm with you." I would be falling down the rabbit hole to resources stop. Wow. Now, I bet that's sad to roll through a place where you don't went to a place and then this it was moving when you last went there and then you show up then it's just all of a sudden it's like they got all of these places where everything is just nothing is moving. I bet that would be really, 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 really creepy to be able to go through that. But see, I don't. Yeah, I don't go. I don't be watching a whole bunch of stuff because I told you I don't like to watch stuff that there is nothing that I can do about. I can talk about it, I can speak on it or whatever. But when to constantly sit there and watch it, like my husband can sit and watch the news every day, all day long. He look for news channels that constantly run it all day long. That stuff literally bothers me because like so much stuff you keep hearing about it. You keep hearing about they got this war going on over here, this one going on over here, this one going on over there. You hearing all of the different things that happen in it and everything. I cannot do anything about that stuff besides pray. And so I try not to let it get on the inside of my spirit so I can carry on with my day without having anxieties. I got enough anxieties on my own to not need nobody else's on. Never, never. So absolutely, just be prepared. That's all. I'm gonna keep on saying that over and over again. You're gonna hear me say it 150 times. And yes, I'm the one that be over here and they be saying like no pressure, no pressure. When I'm over here talking, I be trying to apply all the pressure to get people to go out the door and garden, do something. The next time you cut up a tomato in your kitchen or something, a tomato, a cucumber, a mango, any of that stuff, don't rake the seed in the garbage. Go outside and rake it in your grass or something. Watch and see. You will end up seeing something grow. Just go out there and throw the seed on the ground. Go, don't throw it in the garbage. You already paid for it. Okay. Right. My grandparents lived in a coal mine. This pound is nearly abandoned now. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Miss Coffee, and the thing is, I would say that I would go and look it up or whatever, but I almost just reading you all say that. Even Sun Soil, even hearing her, even reading her say, that how it's abandoned now at that time would just, I could just feel the feeling that it give me, just to even think about seeing it. Yeah. I I don't even like the feeling of the, I have too much anxiety already. Yeah, okay then, son. So you know just what I'm talking about. So sometimes, yeah, and like I said, my husband watch news every day, all day, and sometimes that's what is on the TV at nighttime. So he played the TV all night long. So if you're listening to the news, it's like whatever you listening to while you sleep, it's like that stuff get inside your spirit, your being, everything while you're sleeping, and you don't be paying attention that it's getting on the inside of you. Then I will have these moments where I'll be waking up like to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or something, and then you don't understand why you feel this feeling, but what you actually woke up on is something talking. It's been so many things I don't that has been happening in the news and on the news that I was sleeping during the time that it happened, and it's like, because I can, it's like I can, it's like I'm asleep, but I'm not really asleep. Like I can hear the stuff, and it's like a feeling that it put inside my body, and it's like I can wake up and just like, y'all understand what I'm saying. I know you understand what I'm saying. And the more it's like I talk about it, it's like the more like I can feel it. But that feels creepy to say that. You know, it's just like you seeing a place you grew up in is bustling and moving, and then you go back all of a sudden, and then it's everything is still. So wow, that is crazy. I want to move up upper NY empty. Wow. But these places, are they deemed, are they still, are they deemed, oh, just saying no resources or no nothing coming that way, ain't no jobs and no none of that stuff in those places, so it's hard for somebody to stay there and make a living in those places, is basically what y'all saying to me. Wow. Yeah, see, I got family that's from Alabama and stuff like that. But you know how you have family and stuff in that way, but you so distant. You so distant from them. You haven't contacted or heard from them in forever and a day. So you really, you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Put some people there and start over. That's a good idea too. Yes, absolutely. Put some people there and let them start over. But like I said too, in that you don't have, everybody's not coming over here. Everybody's not coming over here to literally, you got a lot of those people that's looking at the opportunity. They taking all of that extra money that they giving to them that they don't give to us folks over here that's already here and been asking for stuff in need, but they getting all of this extra stuff that they get to do whatever they want to do. And some of them are taking it and doing good things with it, but some of them taking it and then over here figuring out how they can take from the people who they done came over here with. So um that is a good idea. Put them over there in those places and let them rebuild and let them start their own stuff. Yes, yeah. um right, get them off of the streets. It's space for everyone. Yeah, I believe that. I just, even in your own places and spaces, we got all these kinds of people already, but then when you add more people from other places in the space, the, and you get more of it, and they know they can get away with the stuff that we over here can't even get away with, it becomes a bigger problem. And so, and again, this whole thing was about, make sure you able to protect yourself no matter what the issues are that's coming up. Make sure you're able to protect yourself. Hey, Miss Parker. I'm gonna keep on saying that, Miss Parker. I hope you don't never be offended that I be saying it, but I can't help it. If y'all see somebody named Miss Parker, then don't y'all be thinking of like next Friday or something. Miss one day I'm gonna straighten that up, Miss Parker. Mrs. Parker. No, her name was Miss Parker. Your name is Mrs. Parker. There is a difference. I'm doing good tonight. I hope you're doing good too. You bring them here and help them. Yep. Put them in a place where they can go and start to thrive at. If you're gonna bring them here and drop them off, but don't drop them off where it's you know, the things that I've been seeing is they crashing out on the folks that's already here. Going back there makes me sad. Yeah. See, that's what I feel, son. So when I was reading what you and Miss Coffee was writing in the chat, is it's like first thing I thought of, because whatever people be saying in the chats and stuff, I be wanting to go back and look that stuff up. But I don't need nothing right. I don't need nothing right now at this point. Uh to help bring about no kinds of anxieties or nothing in me, because right now I'm on my own little journey or whatever. So I don't need nothing that's gonna introduce any of that to me. So the first thing I was thinking, oh, let me go and look up what Miss Coffee and Sun Soil is talking about. And honey, as I kept reading y'all comments and stuff, I changed my mind. Sorry. I'm not gonna go and look it up because I know this definitely will make me. And it, there's different kinds of anxiety, and that sad anxiety that's the monster of alls right there. Is I don't like that. Oh man, they had a farm there. It was so lively back in the days. Oh, that sound like that. Like when I go back home and I go and ride past my grandma's house, how it used to have all the fruit trees and everything. She used to have animals and stuff there. They used to have stuff growing for have fields and fields for days and days. And now when you go there, it's like it's so grown up and overgrown now. It almost looks like her house is no longer there. And so it's like that, even seeing that right there is like it's like a sad anxiety when I see stuff like that right there. My cousin sold the property and now the land is vacant. Nothing stands there now. I had tons of fruit trees and everything, all gone. Oh yeah, see, Sun Soil. I just reading that right there too make me go back and think about all of my stuff that I had growing out in my garden, and then let it all just go away. So yeah, no, I know what I feel like. I bet it would help. Yes. Yeah, I bet it would help to have make it like that. Make it make sense. Like do something with the places that ain't there's nothing happening there. So yes, son, so many of them abandoned. I'm okay. Tend the soil. That's good, Miss Parker. I'm glad you're feeling really good today. Nothing bad. Just abandon the people can use. Oh, okay then. They can use the space. Well, yeah, okay then. I understand that. See, I was asking that it's abandoned. Is like, is it abandoned because like because they be saying like those places that do like coal mining and stuff like that right there is like different things be in the air and stuff like that. But if it just ain't there, just the resources and stuff ain't there. Yeah, I'm all down for that. I remember back when Hurricane Katrina happened, a lot of the people from there were sent to. They had a lot of vacant spaces back where I came from, and they sent a lot of people from there over there. And anytime you get people from a different space over to it, they introduce those things that they have in their spaces. Some things they bring along the good things, some of them they bring along the bad things with them. And sometimes you start to see things introduced to an area that was never there before because you done got some folks that's from a different area to come there. You know how that go. So this world is ever changing no matter where you go. Just all I can keep on going back to is make sure you prepared to live in it. That's all. But yeah, I get exactly what Miss Coffee said. But I just wanted to make sure that in those places, there ain't nothing going on that they can't be there, and whew, keep it on putting it out there and putting it out there in the atmosphere. But I think behind all of this stuff, there be agendas and stuff to reasons why this stuff be happening. And who knows what all of the different things is all I want to do is keep my eyes open and be very vigilant when it comes down to it all. But good people, make sure you protect yourself, because I wish to see you back here again with these conversations that we having. And like I said, usually when we come on here, we don't have no topic to talk about. We be all over the place. I usually just come on here and let it flow. I just come. Sometimes I usually just come in here and just stare at the screen like this. And then somebody will come in the chat and say something, and then it start a whole conversation. I'm lying. I don't do it like that. I have my way. I call it babbling on, where I just start saying a whole bunch of stuff, and usually it into a conversation. Then people say something, and that's where our conversation goes. So we be over here, we be just like we come through and we feel the vibe. And sometimes I be getting ready to go, and then I have people here be like, Shauna, don't go just yet. Sometimes we just be listening to a water sprinkler over here. This life with Tashana over here, you never know what you gonna get over here. And then sometimes you hear me talking like this little, I be talking like this little old sweet lady. And then sometimes you might click the link, and when you come in here, I be over here sounding like old hood rat or something like that. But hopefully, y'all don't see too many more of those days. But we be all over the place over here. But I try to keep it peaceful over here. We like peace over here. Peace in the valley. Hey, Corinne. Hey, boo. How you doing today? Dang, I missed it. You asleep texting. I was laughing the other night, and I was say, Korean say, don't put me to sleep. I was like, you gonna come in here and do just what you said, what Korean told us to do, to put her to sleep. We finna put her to sleep. And ended up myself not even going to sleep hardly that night, my own self. But hey, Growing with Hudson, how you doing tonight? Good to see y'all. All y'all be up late. Y'all be late riding. I be thinking to myself, ain't nobody gonna be up at 10:30 at 10:30 at nighttime. Y'all be up late. Well, I should know, because sometimes I be hitting the live button at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, all kinds of days. I be thinking, ain't nobody gonna be on here. They'll see the video tomorrow sometime. I always think people be thinking the way that I be thinking. Then I come on here and see everybody. I be like, what y'all doing up? What y'all doing up over here? It's time for y'all to go to bed. Like I be doing what time it is over in people here, but in bed gaming, eating donuts. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. All time of the night. That's wide awake. I listen, the other night when I got off here, literally, when I think it was the night before last night, I was on here. It was short, Leo, because I was on here talking to somebody on the panel. When she joined the panel, she was driving, and she all of a sudden jumped off the panel and never came back, which is unusual. I ended up getting off the thing to go and check and see was everything okay with her, only to end up staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning talking on the phone. I say, well, dang, I could have. We could have just went on ahead and stayed live. Well, I had no baby scared, girl. So, but yeah, went on a small getaway before I start back to work. Oh, that's nice. Going with Hudson. I hope you had fun. You want to share with us where you went? I'm being nosy. Did you see some? I know you went probably looking at some flowers or something, didn't you? You just now getting ready to go back and sit after your surgery. Y'all, I can't with this here nose of mine tonight. I'm so ready to know at the casino. Yes. Okay then. Okay then. You get make sure you bring more back with you than what you went in there with. I hope I said that right. Make sure you leave out with more than what you came in with. That's what I hope for you. All righty. But yeah, I hope you get it in, and I hope you have you a nice little time before it's time to go on back in there. Oh, all right then. Hey, free Free. Yes. Yes, goodness. All righty then. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy. All right, y'all. I think I'm getting ready to get off of here before somebody else get ready to say something else because I feel like I am so sleepy right now. Uh Y'all know I'm behind in my sleep after staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning. And then guess what? After I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning, then I had to be up and keep the grandbaby at 6:20 in the morning. So I'm behind. I don't feel behind in sleep. So at least I wasn't kept up because I couldn't go to sleep. I could have actually went to sleep. I just up running my mouth. But y'all, I think I'm gonna get ready to get off on here. We get free. Thank you. You have a great weekend too. Thank you. I will too. Yeah, stayed up all night running my mouth on the telephone. I had to be up to get grandbaby the next thing. So yeah, I need to get some shut eye with the quickness because I feel like it, right about now. But you all, I really appreciate you all for coming over here and chatting with Life with Tashana. Where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get when you come through these doors. We are also known as the high class gardeners, which just means we make sure we growing stuff at all times. And like I said, don't throw no more seeds in the garbage. Rake them on the ground outside and see don't they grow. You ain't gotta do nothing to them. Just go rake them outside on the ground and watch what it do. And yes, I'm trying to be contagious and turn you into a gardener. I absolutely am. But over here, they call us the high class gardeners because we don't mess around with bugs. We don't mess around with snakes and worms, and that's in real life. We about growing over here, growing in our lives, and growing out in the garden. So anytime you come through and you see us in the garden, it don't mean that we ain't still having these same kinds of conversations because we are. We just added a little jazz to it, and you should too want to be prepared for whatever is coming. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night.